finger on the like, ayy, 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 ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Their spot like, ayy, 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 ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay. We're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from the bank. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Allen setting up play action. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. Brandon Stevens has it. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Ready, shot! Shot!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Ready, shot! Shot!
They give it to him again. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Wait a minute! Ready, shot! Wait a minute!
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Into the hands of Walker. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ready! Shot!
Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. Andrews with the catch. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before a stop is made. They strike for 23 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Still on the move.
Hey,
Coming alive for 1st and 10.
Shot!
From the red zone now. He brings it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Shot!
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
That's it.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 13. He finds Kincaid. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
That's it.
Allen on 3rd and short. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
That's it.
Allen now on 1st down. Makes the grab in bounds left side. A pickup there of 33 yards. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
That's it.
Finding Davis. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Look out.
Running right with Mitchell. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Look out.
Looking from the gun, it's Allen. The throw is caught. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on it, throw quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Mitchell. And he gets in, touchdown. The Bills get it down to a single point. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on 3rd and goal.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit on. Sit on.
Lamar off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He can run it.
Well, the QB made something happen. He got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. He even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
down now, 7 to go.
Ready. Set up.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Flush out it, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here.
Set up. What? Set up.
Lamar now from the gun. It's caught for the first. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ready. Set up.
1st down, here's Lamar. Gets his running back. Still has some space inside the 35. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass to far more than a modest gain.
They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Set up. Not. Set up.
Now run here from the gun. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Ed Oliver there to make the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hey, Alpha, set up. What is it up?
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed to his running back. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and netted some positive yards.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Set up.
From the gun, Jackson. Complete beyond the marker. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
180. Set up.
He doesn't slide down any pace for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Set up. 180. Set up.
That's the end of one. Both teams. Welcome back. 2nd quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Now Jackson on 3rd down. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. Ravens call in on Justin Tucker for the field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Bullock's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
go.
Allen on the play action. Hawkins and holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Look out.
Another try following the sack. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Completed to Davis. That play good for 17 on a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
First and 10. Here's Allen. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on second down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
What's that?
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And the man is there to knock that away. Clean breakup on that throw. So that brings up second down.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. TJ Tampa there on the tackle. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up third and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
What's that?
Allen from the gun here on third. Touchdown, Buffalo! It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
180. Get on.
Now Jackson off the play action. This one to Andrews outright. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
180. Alpha.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Forward.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready, shot. Hey. Sit up.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Big game downfield. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3.
180. Ready, shot. Sit on.
And he surrendered just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Offense in the hurry up here.
Sit on.
Pressure coming. It's Jackson. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate
Forward.
and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So now here's 3rd and goal.
Sit on.
Now it's Lamar. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's decision time on 4th and goal.
Ready, shot. Ready, shot.
Now here's Lamar. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. He's off to the races. The 50. 30. It's the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a Pick 6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Bates tacks on the extra point. And the Bills drive their lead to 11. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Sit on. 180. Sit on.
Jackson trying to get after the pick. Stays in the pocket. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Alpha, sit on. 180. Ready, sit on.
Throwing again is Lamar. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
Jackson now on third. Defender runs wide as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Fourth down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Allen off the play action. That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
2nd down. Here's Allen again. Well, left side, caught by Davis. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brandon Stevens in on the tackle. Third and 6 for them to figure out now.
Look out!
Working from the gun, it's Allen. Looking right, and he finds him. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
2nd and 4. That's brought in. It's his back leg, Davis. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Running back sent in motion. Working inside the red zone. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he's going to field this in the end zone without a return, so they'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. This finds Carter complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Jacorian Bennett there for the tackle.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Chased out to his right. Andrews with the catch. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Ravens first down. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback.
Right?
First and 10 now from the 30.
Not.
From the gun, Jackson. Catch made by Carter. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit on! Run up, sit on!
Looking to throw, Jackson. Into traffic, complete. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earned some momentum.
Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Lamar. Finds him over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, third down coming up. And again, it's Jackson. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
180! Sit on!
He's out in the clear! And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. They broke out the design, run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right, an extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Go.
Mitchell on the give, headed left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in the phone booth yet. Have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Offense to the line for second down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So that brings up fourth and long. The Bills with a punt team out there. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. He manages 13 on this punt return. And the Ravens will go on offense. First and 10 from the 41.
Shut up! Shut up!
Lamar back to throw. That's going to be caught by Connor. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
180!
They send a man in motion.
Shut up!
From midfield on second down. Trying for the deep ball. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42.
180! Shut up!
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Completed over the middle. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Ready, shot! Shut up!
From the 37. Has him on a quick hit. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's first and 10.
Ready, shut up! Shut up!
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Second and 13. Completed to his running back. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest. It gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10.
Shut up!
Now here's Lamar. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And now it's second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Lamar throwing again. He loses the football. And this is scooped up by the Bills. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Look, you know I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he rips off a huge chunk of yardage before finally being brought down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
Johnson gets it on 1st and 10. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Davis motioning left. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Finding Davis. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, Allen. Catch made by Mitchell. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Allen fires out wide, complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Johnson up the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this...
To the line they go. It's 2nd down. Allen setting up to throw. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Allen on 3rd down. That's incomplete left side. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it's 4th down. Now That is Jake Bates ready to try to knock this through. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. Touchdown to field goals, not going to get it done anymore.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready. Set up.
Lamar now from the gun. Hits his running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set up. Hot.
They motion the tight end over.
Set up.
From the 39. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No luck finding his receiver that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Quick, ready? Ready. Set up.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he could not get
Wait,
there. They stop him right at the line.
You. Set up.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
DC, ready?
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Set up. Not. Set up.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
I think you're seeing why they like this guy in coverage, man. He reacts well to throws and is so adept in breaking up passes right through contact or before they ever reach the target.
Hey, Alpha, set up. Ready. Ready, shot. Set up.
Throwing again is Lamar. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
DC, ready? DC. Ready, shot. Alpha.
From the red zone now. Gets this one to Andrews. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Again, it's Jackson to the air. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes the play. 40. Hits the 20. And the Bills take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, to put that opposing offense right back out there, steal really from that interception.
Now again, right side to Mitchell. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal. Again, this is Mitchell. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock, but I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on him. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Sit out! Sit out!
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. From the gun, Jackson. This is pulled in by Nicole Hardman. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. First down, here's Lamar. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bills get it back after making their third first-half interception.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his third strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
Let's go, let's go.
Drive starts out with a first and 10.
One in. One shot.
Lamar out of the pistol. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up second down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. So now it's going to be third and long. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Forced out to his right. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he takes this out after crossing the 45. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Sit up.
Jackson's gonna throw again. What a hit! And the ball's loose! And this is scooped up by the Bills! And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
It's on.
Mitchell up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So rather than let the 2-minute warning hit, the defense burns the first of its timeouts. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
It's on.
Here's Mitchell again. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Bills close to picking up their 5th win. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
It's on.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target. And that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And not his best punt here. He drops it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready. What is it on?
Here's Lamar. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when
It's
you
on.
throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Has it downfield working left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Sit on. Ready. What is it on?
Putting a receiver in motion.
Sit on.
Throwing now on 1st down. It's Jackson. On the move, headed right. He runs out of bounds a yard or 2 behind the line. Couldn't get all the way back. That's going to count as a sack.
You know, Kate, that's one of those situations where the game just, I think, speeds up on the QB a little bit. He doesn't flip it out of bounds before he goes out. It's going to end up as a sack on the stat sheet for the defense, and they earned it with effort, chasing him all the way to the sidelines.
Trying to push it deep downfield. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Bills will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Oh, boy. They cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and 2 very different tones and tenors on these 2 sidelines. One coach is clean, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be. But even with the added boost from the friendly confines, couldn't will them to the victory.
Yeah, sometimes it just isn't your game. You're never going to win them all, even at home. But what's important now is learning from this defeat, hitting the film room, hitting the weights, making sure this doesn't happen again. Don't let...
Yeah, you better pat me down and pray for peace before you let us in. My jettison is full of carnivores and lettucemen. You pushing positive, then we can be the best of friends. We drink the fire from the fountain in excellence. Open sores, open doors like a Trojan horse. No remorse, I make lore fact like college course. Making seconds to records, the textures you could never touch the circle I rolled and you overstepped your effort. I'm the shepherd and leopards, I'll pull you back together. You fall apart, I'll build it back but better. I'm a scoundrel with my pen works adventures. My punchlines are too raw for glass jars and dentures. You think you've seen